Good evening. What is the first skill regarding to confidence? Skillful practice. What you have to do is know that the information, especially the fundamental functions of healthcare and practicing agendas. Another thing you have to do, you have to announce that you have the right examples for your agendas for practicing nurses and have confidence. The nurses department have to have confidence, and they have to know the procedures and the process of treatment from the nature of health care, which is suitable. And what you have to do, you have to know the healing, and you have to know the capacity of keeping patients alive. Nurses have said that they have confidence in every area of their work, but that's not necessarily the case, because nursing is a hard job. And to qualify, you must know expanded time and extended time. And according to the Henricks, Kirsten, and Hartigan's author of Nursing Standard, page 50, peer-reviewed journal 209 and 210, that is the way that you find out the value of confidence. The fast pace of processing of the nature of health care, which is treatments, the ways that the nurses' duties are scheduled. This is one of the hardest jobs, because they have to schedule out their time and time for working, and you have to know that you have the confidence in your working schedule, what you are doing, and how much time you have. And health care is always, there's issues in health care. And the issues would be, regardless of the issues, you still have to keep your confidence intact, and you have to be well versed of your information, and you have to also give clarity and clearness in the workplace where you think. And this is my site component, impacting the process. This is the #1 New York Times best-selling author, Jack Canfield. Chicken Soup for a Nursing Soul. It's 101 stories in here. And this impacting the process is one of the stories on page 236 that I read about a young, unexperienced nurse, and what she did. This gentleman had a heart attack, and in the process of getting well, he had gangrene set up in his leg, and that means that they had to take his legs off. So the next day when they took his legs off, what she did, she used her experience. Sometimes nurses have to use their own experience in the process of treatment. So she used her own experience, what she did after they had brought him back from the operating room, and she had all these tools in it, but the family wanted to see him, and what she used, she washed his hair and made him look like a picture that he had taken before time. And when the family came, it was very pleasing to him, although by the next week he passed away. But they sent one of the family members to thank her for the procedure that she had taken, for the nursing care and the confidence that she had, and it made him look like his old self again. And also, in this 101 stories in the Chicken Soup for Nurses Soul is the healing truth. There's another lady that had to tell the ladies they had got burned by an oil rig, and the people looked like a bunch of rags when they brought them in off the gurney. And the mother died, but the daughter didn't. But they wouldn't tell us that the daughter, that her mother was dead. So after a while, the daughter sensed that she was dead, and the nurse had to tell her the truth. And then when she went on to recovery, when she got ready to leave the hospital, she was telling that one of the best nurses that it's going to be. And it's two things in clarity. We're going to have a question and answer. And there's two things in my closing that I would like to say. There's two issues that you have to have as a healthcare provider, and that's clarity is required and demanded from the patient and from other skilled workers. And it's also, you have to have clarity is the results that you give, and what the patient and the other skilled workers are expecting from you. Now we'll have a question and answer, and I'm looking forward to answering your questions about nurse care. Who would like to ask me one of the questions?
What does ahead of time mean in healthcare?
The ahead of time means that a nurse that already have a career, and that the healthcare is so, I think, overloaded these days. So any nurse that have a career and they really rather work in their career position, but then there's a time they have to choose to help in other areas, such as mental health. They really need help in mental health, and they have to, work overtime. That's the part about the wages, the ways that the duty has to be adjusted there. Is there another question?
What other skills are associated with the practice of nursing?
Okay, what other skills are associated with practice of nursing? It's listening. You have to have good listening skills, where you can have, I just said about the fundamental doctrine, and you have to have know what you're saying and what to announce, and you have to listen to the patient, and also you have to listen to other skilled workers that you might verify whatever that you're expected of, whatever results that you need to explain. So, is there another question? I don't have 2 minutes. We don't have 2 minutes.
What does extended time mean to childcare?
Extended time is when I'm just going to receive my practice, and on that is Garrett Dorado Sanchez, volume 58, 2015. It explains the innovation transforming healthcare, business, and economics. It's meaning that I haven't finished all of my career practice, and I need to, and they need, and it's the nurse healthcare is needed, need people to help at some time, and they have to, they can make their duty to help out in the time of when they are needed in other areas of health care. That's what it means. Is there another question? We just had 2 minutes. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.